Welcome back. It's the Signal Sound, or as their moms know and love them, Mike, Merrill, Matt, and Colby. How y'all doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good.
I'm doing great.
Nice.
It's so nice to have some good rock in the house.
Absolutely.
Talk about this lineup, how y'all got together.
Well, you know, me and Mike started playing together a couple years ago. I was playing in another band. We were looking for a singer to kind of bring us some that little something different into the band and help us go up to the next level. So we brought in Mike and did that for a little bit. And then after a little while, Mike and I just decided we were going to go a different direction. So we split out on our own, started looking for drummers, and Mike knew this guy from a while back.
I played with Matt in previous bands before, and so we finally, it's funny, as Matt was our first drummer and our sixth drummer, so we started with Matt, and then we went through, you know, the typical band, and went through
Absolutely.
4 or 5 others, and then we went back to Matt because he had more free time, and once we got that, Kobe was looking for a band, and the rest is history. So
Very cool. So you guys kind of have a history in terms of knowing one another, and maybe it was eventual that this lineup would get together.
It was meant to be.
Yeah, a little bit of musical history between some of us, but never together in this sort of incarnation. So it was kind of cool, even though we'd played together before, to put this group together and do something a little different than in our other projects.
So you mentioned that this lineup is about 6 months or so.
Yep.
Talk about songwriting when, I guess it's kind of like a screenwriter writes a part with somebody in mind. Are you thinking of this particular
Yeah,
lineup
absolutely.
as songwriting?
You know, I kind of have a problem. I write songs constantly, so I kind of bring songs to the table,
good
and they
problem to have.
you know, they either approve or say, scrap it. So it just, you know, it kind of starts there, and then we just kind of build off, you know, the fundamentals from that, and it just kind of works that way. So it's usually always full band in mind and that sort of thing. So
Very cool. Well, the vibe is good. You guys seem to have a nice rapport, which is we were talking about beforehand. Music's important, but you got to be able to just get along.
absolutely.
Yeah, if you're not friends, it doesn't work. The band never sounds as good when you don't get along well, and people can tell, and they lose interest pretty quickly too, a lot of times, if you're not getting along.
No question. Talk about the name. I love the name. I don't know what it means.
You know, I don't
It just sounds
either.
cool.
You came up. I was thinking like SOS. I don't know why, like signals of sound, and then or send out shit.
We didn't
or
want
something.
anything with "the" on the front.
Yeah, that's what we
because
said, no
Everybody
"the."
has "the," and we ended up with "the" on the front anyway.
I think you came up with signal sound, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, there were a lot of incarnations. So we had, you know, it's like we had the old notepad out with a bunch of names written on it and scratched off, and we went through a lot of ideas, and we kind of kept coming back to signals and sound, and those two kind of words were just sort of the concepts that we were hovering around, and eventually evolved into the signal sound, and we thought we'd go with that. So
We needed
we're
the,
pretty
I
happy with
guess.
it.
So.
You had to, well, I was going to
We
say,
ended
there's
up
always
having it
kind
on
of
there
the
anyways.
thing of accoutrements in your name. Like, so are we the Signal Sound Bros? Or, right? In this case, I think the probably works out a little bit better.
I don't even think we had a name arranged before our first show. I mean, we were just,
No.
we need to come up with a name, so we just.
We had to throw something together and make it work.
Sometimes that's the way the great ones are born.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So talk about recording, playing live, what you guys are up to nowadays.
Yeah, we just played live last night, downtown Salt Lake, really good show. We're in the process, hopefully March, to finish up our full-length album.
Yeah.
We've done everything on our own.
We've got 10 tracks that we put together, 9 originals and a cover that we put on there that we kind of put our own twist on. And so we've been doing everything like a lot of bands do these days, just on our own. You know, we've got our own recording equipment, and we take time when we can here and there on the weekends or on the nights to do it piece by piece as well as we can. And hopefully we're coming out with a pretty good, pretty professional sounding product, even though, you know, we've sort of just done it here and there on our own time. We're getting excited because it's almost done.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of become more of a recording engineer, even in their own mind, consciousness-wise, than in the old days. It's like, well, we know how to play, but somebody record us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of, that way we can kind of have our own creativity behind it and just.
You have full control that way too, which is nice. And there's so much easily available equipment and resources these days compared to how it used to be. That,
Absolutely.
You know, why not jump in and do it yourself, especially if you can get a good end result.
For sure. Where can folks find out about the Signal Sound on the interwebs?
The internet. Facebook. We definitely have a Facebook, of
All
course.
right,
So
good
just look up the
job.
Signal Sound on Facebook. We have some old stuff on there, so there are some music. And then we've done some videos from our previous shows, so there are some live videos and stuff. And
There's some stuff on YouTube out
Yeah.
there if you want to, you know, see clips of us live, similar to what we're doing here on the show today, and things like that. Some of the same songs, some different songs as well.
so hopefully March we'll have some new stuff up real soon.
Excellent. Nice work.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Play one more.
Absolutely.
There you have it. It's the Signal Sound. Come right back with us, and there will be more of those.